Under God. It's called pushing P. And it's positivity.
This reminds me of this anime named Bleach.
This Young Thug RICO case has to be the most insane, comedic, unserious trials I've seen in a long time. In only 2 days of trial, we've gotten everything from the prosecution using evidence that you just can't use in a court of law, Young Thug's lawyer doing his best Saul Goodman impression and just bringing out these insane arguments that low-key might work in Young Thug's favor, and then we have a real legal attorney at law referencing Bleach and anime trying to get her defendant out of his case.
This reminds me of this anime named Bleach.
This should get wild, y'all. What it is boy ENX Hunter, and this Young Thug case is hilarious. It's only been 2 days, but we got a lot to talk about. Now, if you've been living under a rock for like the past 2 years, or you just don't pay attention to music or anything in that pop culture area, then I would not expect you to know about Jeffrey Lamar Williams, aka Young Thug, aka Thugger Baby, aka Sex, Free Sex. If you're wondering why they call him that, it's short for sexy. Like, hey, pause, no freaky shit, but that's what it is. But yeah, no, Young Thug, along with Gunna, Yak Gotti, and some other YSL affiliates, they got arrested May 2022 on RICO charges. Now, if you don't know what a RICO is an acronym. It stands for the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. This was, I think, the reason why they even brought it into place to take down Al Capone back in the day. Basically, it's to take down gangs and have them charges actually stick. You feel me? So the state of Georgia thinks that Young Thug is this violent, dangerous kingpin leader, like he a Batman villain. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on top of a high-rise balcony, having his hands like this, just plotting on the citizens of Atlanta. The indictment that Fulton County got on Young Thug and all of YSL, apparently about 90 pages. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of shit. And normally they don't even go along with these RICO cases unless they got, you know, some evidence, boy. And they probably got some shit. But whatever shit that the Fulton County Police Department got, they be stupid with it. So finally, after a year of jury selection, the case started a couple days ago, November 27th, 2023. And legit from the opening statements, shit was getting crazy. This is Fulton County Deputy District Attorney Adrian Love. You know what I'm saying? When you see all these clips of the trial, when you see all these clips in court, the one representing the prosecution trying to get Mr. Thugger, Mr. Jeffrey Lamar Williams in jail, it's gonna be her. She gonna be the one speaking, you know what I'm saying? And even just the way that she opened her argument, which is by straight up yapping, I ain't gonna lie. Here we can see Adrian Love began by quoting the Jungle Book in her opening argument. Great movie, great film, by the way. But what is you talking about? The strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack? Sure. And by the way, shout out to Megan Cuniff. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm getting my reports from. She's a LA based journalist. You know what I'm saying? I first found out about her when the Megan Tory shit was going on. I like her because she gives a real non-biased account of what's going on in the trial. And on the first day of trial, shit was already getting lit before the prosecution could even finish their opening statement. The Young Thug's team already requested for a mistrial. Now, the reason they put in a request for this mistrial, according to Young Thug's lawyer Brian Steele, over slides in the opening PowerPoint that weren't disclosed and have info that he says was barred. Now, this is legit as court starting, and there's already from what Megan and what other people are saying, a really good reason for a mistrial, to the point where the DA themselves would be like, hey, we fucked up, this was a mistake. And then the DA would go on to say this sentence right here that would really get her in a heap of trouble.
What you will not hear any evidence of is that the defendants were not involved in a criminal street gang.
In case you didn't catch what she was saying, Adrian Love, District Attorney of Fulton County, said, what you will not hear any evidence of is that the defendants were not involved in a criminal street gang. For those that are not educated in law, such as myself, this is known as burden shifting. And burden shifting means change the responsibility of proving or disproving a point from one party to the other party. And you can't do that. You can't do that in this case. Now, see, this is all on the very first day, y'all. Like, we haven't really even gone to the meat and potatoes of this shit, because this is where shit really started to get fun, you feel me? Now, we got Young Thug lawyer Brian Steele. I'm not gonna lie. If Young Thug walks up out of this only getting a few years, you know what I'm saying? He only get 5 years, or even by the grace of God, he walks out free. This nigga Brian Steele, hey, he need about $5 million. You need to get him some Apple stock, some Tesla stock. Like, this nigga, he is going above and beyond the means Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 to make sure that Young Thug finna come home, because yeah, please listen to this explanation from Young Thug's lawyer of what thug means to Mr. Jeffrey Lamar Williams.
Truly humble under God.
There we go.
His path. If he could ever make it as a musical artist and help his family, himself, and as many others out of this endless cycle of hopelessness, he would truly humble under God.
That's a good loop. I truly humble under God. Like, come on, I know bro was geeked as fuck. He was so hyped last night in his little office when he came up with that, when he was coming up for his arguments for this very moment. And one thing that really rubbed me the wrong way about this whole case is the fact that they're using Young Thug's lyrics as evidence in this case, which is so fucking stupid, because that is entertainment. It's just fun. It's a creative outlet for artists to get out how they feel. It should not be used in a prosecution case. In this, I don't agree with it at all. And Young Thug's defense doesn't agree with it at all, clearly, to the point of even calling Young Thug a studio gangster, because, you know, it's, at the end of the day, it's entertainment for the masses.
Jeffrey sings about cars all the time. He names all different cars.
All different
They
cars.
just pulled out the top. Drive-by shootings. These are common themes. This is, you will learn, studio gangsters. They're in the studio.
It's just rap, sir. It's just rap, yon. But that's one of the most creative defenses I've heard in some time. But the one moment from trial the other day, the one that really caught my eye, the one that really had me like, the fuck going on, was when Miss Angela D. Williams, who is representing Rodelius Ryan, who is also a defendant in this case. She's a defendant of a 19-year-old who's currently serving life for a murder that he did when he was 15. And in an attempt to separate her client from this whole YSL case, this whole RICO case, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. Just listen to her argument for why her client should not be included in this case.
This reminds me of this anime named Bleach, where it's 16 seasons, and they have season 4 and 5. They have these bounce. They're villains of the whole thing. You go to season 6, you don't hear about the bounce. You go to season 7, you don't hear about the bounce. Why don't you hear about these important characters? Because they're filler characters. It's a filler season. Me and Rodelius, we're fillers. We're not integral to the story.
Now Rodelius, my nigga, my bro. I don't even know you. I gotta call you my bro. If she's your attorney, hey, you better get comfortable in jail, boy. I'm not gonna hold you. You better start making friends. You better start learning where all the good bathrooms is. You know what I'm saying? Start getting cool with the lunch lady so you can get extra plates when you hungry. Because you not getting out of jail anytime soon if she making Bleach references, Bounce arc references, nigga, filler arc references. You're done. GG's, Kaputski. You're better off having Drewski as your lawyer at this point. At least that nigga will get you 65 to 100. She gonna give you life. Like, bro, this is pure comedy, and it's only been 2 days. And y'all, this is gonna be a long ass trial. I was reading reports that on the shorter side, this could go on for 6 to 9 months if we're lucky. It could easily go on a year and a half plus. So we're gonna be getting a lot of news about this case. Oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Brian Steele Goodman, Young Thug lawyer, Saul Goodman baby brother, explaining that pushing P stands for pushing positivity.
That is a P that Jeffrey just released with Sergio Kitchens, performed on Gunna, a song that is wildly popular. It's around the globe. It's called Pushing P, and it's positivity.
Which, you know, that's always I thought what it was, you know. Because Young Thug is just a positive influence in the community. They think he's throwing blood signs the whole time. He pushing positivity. Pushing P. I mean, yeah, nah, this case is going to be going on for a cool little minute. There's going to be a whole bunch of new updates coming in. Some new crazy shit. I don't know, in a couple days, we might get some Naruto references. Some Attack on Titan references. Some Death Note references, which should be kind of calm. I'm not going to lie. But subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of this new Young Thug news and other hilarity that I will bring to your feed. And make sure you brush your teeth.